I'm back. I was streaming on both TikTok, YouTube, TikTok and Restream, but it keeps crashing. It keeps giving me like an NVENC crash error code. So I don't know if that has to do with because I'm like overloading the computer with so much stuff happening that's what's causing it to crash, or if it's literally because TikTok is you know what I can do? Well, let's not mess with it. Let's not mess with it. Let's try one more time. If this doesn't work, I'm not going to be able to play this, and that is definitely going to be something that's going to be brought up in my with my connection on whatever it's called on Deep Silver, because clearly something is wrong. I've never had that problem, and for it to crash twice in the exact same fashion, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I'm opening up my YouTube to make sure that it's working. Okay. Seems like we're good, so hopefully this is working. Sorry everybody, we're having major issues. I don't think it's actually that heavy of a game. I think that it just isn't coded well. So I think it's burdening the computer, because everything I've run while dual streaming, none of it has given me issues. And if it does, it usually just gets really low frame rate, but this is just flat out crashing. It's not actually even letting me play. Ghost in the making, hello. How are you? Yeah, I hope so too. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's not working, so I'm not going to change any settings except for the resolution. Let's see if that still causes it to crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please. Okay. It's as soon as I start the game that it does it, so let's see. Okay, I think we're good. So it may just have been an issue with like the computer just being so overburdened. Yeah, I think it was the computer was just so overburdened with the dual streams. I'm doing really well. Outside of like some technical difficulties, but that's the life of streaming. It just never goes smoothly.
Up in worse places.
I can't complain, right?
Somehow I'm pretty sure I'm in Bel Air.
Yeah, and like it's like silky smooth on my side. I don't know how it is for all of you, but it is silky smooth on my side. What are my like actual settings at? Okay, they're at medium. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take a risk.
Feel like
Are we still silky smooth? It seems to still, yeah, it's still silky smooth. Map to the stars. Emma's place is on the other side of this mansion. We'll need to fight through to get there. Ooh, milkshake. I want a milkshake. Why is that always gotta be answer? Got it.
70 Alpine Drive. Legend. If I cut through this place, I'll come out right by Emma John's. Ah, breaker's missing.
What kind of pizza are you gonna end up getting, Weewin? I love shawarma pizza. You had asked about other pizzas. It's different in every country, right? So some options exist in one place and not in another. Here at Pizza Hut, they have it. I've seen it at a few other pizza places, but I can't remember where. But there are like Caesar salad pizzas, and it's not actually Caesar salad on a pizza. It's just, it uses like Caesar dressing and chicken and like some of the spices on the pizza. Oh, so good. And the one that I got, they didn't use pizza sauce. They used the Caesar dressing instead. It sounds really gross. It was really friggin' good. We just don't get it often because Pizza Hut's a little bit expensive here. Okay. Okay, my health is full. There's the
There we
circuit
are.
breaker. Okay. Stream seems to still be going. I've got TikTok still showing at the bottom there, the TikTok chat, but that's not it's not live.
Perfect fit.
You know what? I'm wondering.
Got plenty of
Hold
punches a mosh pit.
I'm gonna test one thing. I might end up regretting it, but I'm gonna try it because I've got the time, right? I've got the time, and I've got like the space to do it. Mature themes, okay, and then because I was streaming using TikTok Live Studio, right? Dead Island to launch. And I was using the TikTok Live Studio. So I was like actually processing the game twice or the stream twice. But if I use OBS and use the vertical app, I don't have to process it twice. It's just going to take my stream and send it out a second time without actually like fully redoing the stream, if that makes sense. Because it's already been processed the first time, is what I understand is how it works. So I'm gonna try this, and hopefully it doesn't crash the stream. If it crashes, I'll be back, I promise. Okay, it seems like TikTok is live. Hello, TikTok. I was having some issues. I think we're okay. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Hex, how's it going? Welcome. How are you? So, Mr. FOV, I thought that it could have been that because that was the message I was getting, but TikTok was also resetting, and TikTok, I have it encoding using my CPU and not the GPU. So TikTok wouldn't crash, but TikTok was able to restart, whereas OBS would crash and then it would freeze up the whole system. But I think that has to do more with OBS just being kind of janky. OBS, if something goes wrong, it just freezes. I think just the game is not I can't remember what the word is, but like they haven't coded it completely flawlessly. I think there's some issues. Okay, so it's working. How's the stream look? Seems like TikTok is okay from my website that I can see, and it seems like Twitch is okay. So I think we're good. I think we're live on both, and it's working. Oh, my weapon broke. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I think we're good. I think this is working. So, yeah, Mr. FOV, the game is brand new, right? So it's sadly now we're in a time where like games are expected to be kind of broken when they're released. So I think just the game is not optimized. That's the word I'm looking for. I think the game isn't optimized fully, and so it's I don't have an H button on my thing. So I think because it's not optimized, it's kind of overloading the system, because like the game is pretty, don't get me wrong, like it's a really nice looking game, but it's not like out of this world pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like it's have you seen that viral video that's going around that's like a first person shooter with the new Unreal Engine 5, and people are fighting saying that it's just real footage and they're pretending it's a video game? Anyways, if you haven't, there's this footage and it looks like the guy's going through like a paintball course, and the footage is out of this world good. And the dev just showed that it's actual gameplay. It's not just him like with a GoPro on his chest. Like this game isn't that pretty for it to overload the computer the way it has. So I think it's just not optimized well. It is really pretty though. Yeah, that one. That's the one, Mr. FOV. Really? I didn't know that either, Mr. FOV. Get out of here. Wow, this game is really hard and the weapons are really weak. It's funny because that's the first thing I said about this game when I... about the first game when I first launched it, was that my biggest complaint was how the weapons broke too easily. And then we continued the trend with this.
Get through here.
Okay. Wait, no, you didn't tell me about that. Were you in? If you did, I didn't see it. What happened? Like they bought it without your consent? Is that what happened? I just wanted to see if there was like ray traced reflections, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. I thought I put that it was age protected. Oh crap, I wasn't watching. Get out of here. I need the chat. I can't see TikTok chat. Can I edit my stream settings? It doesn't look like I can edit them. Maybe here? No, it doesn't let me. That's so dumb. TikTok keeps giving me a like you need to make sure that people know that they might find this game disturbing. And it's like, "Yes, please let me switch it so I can turn it on if it didn't get turned on." And then you click on everything. It's like, "Can't do that right now while you're live. Can't do that right now while you're live." Well, then don't tell me that I need to change it if I'm not allowed to change it. Like, so dumb. Okay. So we're live. It seems like... yeah, it seems like my TikTok is good. 3070, for whatever reason, the game doesn't say that ray tracing goes over the 8 GB on the card, so it gets a bunch of texture loading issues. Really? That's disappointing, because that's the card I have. Oh. Oh, that's so frustrating. As a parent, it's that double edge feeling. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to make sure I'm connected here. Connect to TikTok live. Just in case anybody chats, so it'll pop up and I'll get the alerts and everything. That's so frustrating as a parent, because like it's your kid, so you know they didn't do it maliciously. Like it's not like your kid went out of their way to like steal your money or anything. At the same time, it's a lot of money, and like I know as a parent I'd be like, why didn't you just freaking ask me? Like that would have been my biggest frustration. I'm glad you're getting your money back though, because that would have been a lot of money to lose. Okay, so you can still do it as long as it's the right settings. That's still frustrating that it's not able to do, like a 3070 is not a low-end card. Like it's still a relatively high-end card. Like it's the higher end of low-end or a mid-range. So like it's the enthusiast card.
Oh, magnetic lock. Someone went all out.
So like you would think they would have at least made it work well on the 3070. I can get it if it was like a 3060 that it was having a problem with, because that is more of like a budget card. Find the panels connected to the door to release the lock. Okay, so that's there. Goes down there. How do I get to the panels in the basement? Yeah, we win. See, I don't remember struggling with RE2 to get ray tracing to work, but you might be right. You might be right. I honestly can't recall. I never really paid attention to it. Find the panels. But yeah, that would be really, really disheartening to have that happen, to have, okay, but can I, like, where are the panels? Oh, I hear something real gross. Anyway, I would be really, really disappointed if, like, Nora did something like that. Just because it's extra time that you're wasting now having to wait for the money to come back and, like, oh, it's just frustrating. That's just frustrating. I had an issue. So I bought Dead Space, but I didn't realize that it was only for the States. It wasn't available in Canada. And so I tried to return it, and they're like, no returns. You can't do anything about it. And so I can't get my money back on it. And so I had to buy Dead Space a second time. And now I've got a key that I can't use because it's for Americans only, and it's specifically for the Xbox. So, like, it's a very, very minimal amount of people that are going to be able to actually use the game. So I can't even be like, here, I'll just give it to somebody because, you know. But it's so much money wasted. I'm so mad about it.
Pipe wrench. Skulls are getting smashed with you, darling.
Nothing in here. So I can feel you when it comes to that. It's a strange last name that's not common there. Yeah, honestly. And like, how many scams are out there? I don't know if it's common over there, but here it is. Where like they'll try to send you money, but it's actually not a link to get the money. It'll actually be a link for them to take money from you, but they hide it in a way that it looks like they're going to give you money, and then all of a sudden they've taken $1,000 from you. And it's from a name you didn't recognize, and then you've lost $1,000. Now, a lot of the times the banks will help with something like that, but there's a lot of times that they won't, that they're just going to be like, too bad, so sad, you shouldn't have taken that money. What happened? My screen went, oh, weird. Oh, that's weird. Okay, no. Oh!
Stuff solves everything.
Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh! 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 Oh my god!
That melter in me way. A key card.
Oh my god, that was really gross. Oh, that was so gross. Wow, wow. Okay, so that's the deform thing. That's the big thing they were pushing with this game, was that most games have now a real developer is going to correct me on this and they're going to cringe on my description, but the way that I think about it is most games have a set number of models, I guess. Like, they'll have one zombie, then they'll have a zombie that's like, it's got its arm ripped off, then a zombie with both arms ripped off, then a zombie with both arms and a leg ripped off, and then a zombie with like its head blown up, and then based on the damage it'll show you those different steps until it's dead. So obviously if you only attack its head, it's going to look exactly the same, maybe get a little bit bloodier until their head blows off at the very end when you kill them. But this game, they've made it be like responsive to each attack. So each attack, the game will actually almost use an AI type of algorithm to show the damage that's happening. So it's not just like a set type of image. Instead, it's actually deforming the character. But oh my god, I didn't expect it to be like that. That is so gross. Gross in like the best way, but that's so gross. Hi, Nikki. I didn't see you there. How are you? Wow, that impressed me big time. That really impressed me. I'm so gonna get banned for that. I'm so gonna get banned for that. So it seems like there's a lot of physics in this game. Graphically, it's really pretty. Oh. Oh, crap, a running one. Whoa, it jumps. Oh my god, that's so gross. Oh my god. Like the brain has jiggle physics. The brain has jiggle physics. Like, you know those what was it? Unreal Tournament, the beach edition, and the girls, all their boobs would jiggle the whole time. The brain has that on this. Now, this is a good use for physics like that. Oh my god, that is so gross. Like, the skull disappears and everything. My money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I don't know the dance from TikTok. I just know the song. Something, something, wiggle, wiggle. I'm told. Does that? Nothing. Okay, so the key card is to open the front door there. It's what happens to me even all day long. I listen to things and I just
Emma's place should be.
I just think TikTok. There was a, what was I watching? I was watching American Dad. It's pretty much the only thing I've been watching lately. I was watching American Dad. And if you don't watch the show, oh, I can't remember his name right now, but Haley, the daughter, her boyfriend, Jeff is her boyfriend, and he is like a complete stoner, and they've made him like as dumb as a bag of potatoes. Like, he is really dumb, because he's such like a perma-fried stoner. And they're talking about dinosaurs and going back in time and stuff, and is it him or his dad? I want to say it's him. He says something about dinosaurs and he mispronounces dinosaurs, but he says it like in a really weird way. Like dinosaurs, something weird like that. And all I think about is a Deanothor. A what? A Deanothor. Oh, you mean like the ones at Jurassic Park? I just instantly, every time I hear the word dinosaur, I think a Deanosaur. Every time. Every time. TikTok has really like warped my mind. Okay, Dead Island 2 supports voice commands through Alexa game control. Get zombies' attention by calling to them. Attract them over by saying their name or by using common phrases like, hey you, or over here. Look for hazards and zombies. No way. Do I want Alexa to start listening to me? Oh, I gotta go to Alexa and actually put it in? No. No, I don't want to actually put it in with Alexa. I guess the chat mic? I think I have my chat mic turned off though. It won't hear my voice. Oh, I gotta tap to talk anyway. Okay, well, I'll set it up another time. That's cool. Alexa zombie, go get me groceries.
You're here and out the back, I think.
Hey you. Yeah, my volume is turned off. It can't hear me. Start Project Walking Dead. Or Project Dead Island. You know what I watched yesterday? I know I'm like, what, 7 years behind? Something like that. I'm way behind the times on this. But I watched Train to Busan last night. Because they unlocked this game for me at midnight. And so I couldn't play it until after it was downloaded. And it's a fairly large game, so it took a little while for it to download. Canadian internet, not very good. And it took a while for me to download it. So while it was going on, I watched Train to Busan. Hey Chadley, how's it going?
You sexy thing.
Let me get the sword. Oops.
Jesus.
Oops.
Cut it out.
Oops. Oh god. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, there's so many of them. I feel like a ninja though. This is way faster. Okay, so that's one bonus to Dead Island 1. Dead Island 1, it didn't really matter what weapon you had, you attacked really slowly no matter what. But this, look how fast I'm attacking with a sword. This feels a way more, you can feel the difference between the weapons is what I'm trying to say. This is awesome. Chadley, I hope you're doing really well. Fair warning to anybody, this game has really, really gross graphics, so if you're feeling a little bit sensitive to stuff like that, just be aware. The live body morphing is out of this world. I loved it. I had really been excited to watch it. I hadn't because I had heard of it, but I didn't have Netflix when it first came out. And then by the time we got Netflix, it wasn't on there anymore. And so I never got to watch it. And then I couldn't find it anywhere legal anyway, in Canada. So I couldn't see it. And then I have my TV and it has this thing called Tubi, which is, it's free movies and stuff. It's a lot of like retro movies. Some of my favorite like of the Dead movies are on there, like Dawn of the Dead and stuff, but like the 1980s version. And so my TV does what most Google TVs and stuff do, where it's like they suggest different things for you to watch. And then one of the movies I really like popped up and I clicked it and it took me to the Tubi download thing. So I downloaded it and I hadn't really used it. And so last night I was sitting at home and I was like, I don't have anything to do. I'm like, I'm going to watch a movie. And so I started looking and I found that they have Train to Busan. Yeah, you watched it on Prime. Yeah, they don't have it here on anything. It kind of sucks. The Canadian limitations really suck sometimes. It's like anime. There's a bunch of anime on Amazon Prime, like an insane amount. All of it's in French. Amazon Prime here in Canada doesn't do anything in English when it comes to anime. All of it is in French. But then you go to Netflix and the exact same, what's it called? Naruto. It's all in French in Amazon Prime, but on Netflix, it has French, English, and then the original audio. But Amazon Prime literally only in French. And then when you call them, they go, yeah, some of our stuff's only French. That's their only response. It's really stupid. Anyways, so Tubi, it's like Netflix, but it's free, but it's more like TV where it'll play ads. Kind of what Netflix is doing now, where it'll play ads. And it's usually like a minute-long ad, like regular commercials. I think in the 2 hours that Train to Busan took, it stopped for ads 4 times. So like every half hour. So it's, you get a good chunk of video before it does an ad. The quality's okay. It's not like HDR 4K or anything, but it's good enough. Anyways, so I watched it last night because I finally had a chance. They only had the English dub, couldn't watch the original audio. So obviously the dub is a little bit weird with the voices and stuff. But nobody warned me that I was going to cry like a baby at the very end. And I went to bed miserable last night because the movie was good. I loved it. I loved the whole feel of it. It was awesome. Whoa.
Wanna have a sit?
But the ending got me because it hit so close to home. Do you know what I mean? Like, eventually Nora's gonna move away. And at the very end, I don't want to spoil it to anybody, but like the little girl when she's crying, just... it hit a little bit too close to home. I wasn't ready for that. So like I was sitting by myself at like 1:30 in the morning, just bawling my eyes out on my couch. It really sucked. Cause it's already, yeah, it's an emotional scene to begin with, but then it hit so close to home cause I know in a few months I'm gonna have to have the exact same situation in real life. Although I'm not gonna be bit by a zombie or anything, but you know, and that's gonna suck. That's really gonna suck. So it hit close to home. I was not happy that I was going through that, but the movie was so good. I really liked it.
Emma Jones is to the left, unless I missed me mark.
It was very much a weird feeling. Like I kept thinking of Snakes on a Plane, that really bad Samuel L. Jackson movie, the one that's meant to be bad. And it was like, yeah, and then you know, the Koreans took that really dumb idea and showed that you could actually make it into a really good idea. Train to Busan was awesome. It's a really good movie. I know why it got all that hype now, because wow, it was good. Never thought that having such a tiny place to be your setting for a movie could be so good. That was such a good movie. Yours truly, hello, welcome, super lit. How are you? How are things? It's good to see that you're still kind of sticking around. How's life going? Tan V, hello. No, that's Dying Light. This one is the one that got a lot of criticism because of how slow it was, the original one. The original Dead Island, it was the one that had like the 4 characters you can choose from, and you were on an island and it was pretty much all fetch quests. So this is the sequel. I'm part of the Deep Silver Creator Collective, so I'm working with them with this. So they gave me a key to show everybody. I'm going to do a review video and everything on it. So far, I've had a couple of issues. It crashed my whole stream. It crashed it twice. I was able to get it fixed. I'm live on both now, and it seems to be stable now. But graphically, holy crap, this game is pretty. Story-wise, I'm having a lot of fun. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I already set it off once, so it's okay.
I need some relief. Oh, matron.
Yeah, Gentry Brooks, this game is very, very violent. Can you actually see the TikTok though? Like, is it just telling you that it's blocked and then you can't see it, or it just gives you the warning and then you can still watch it? Cause like I can see it on my like secondary trash account. Okay, you just gotta hit watch anyway. Okay, so it's just a warning. Yeah, because it's all zombies and violence, I guess TikTok is getting a little bit more conservative when it comes to like violence in video games. Instead of banning people outright, it's just giving them the warning. Because they were banning people for the violence in video games. But this game in particular, because all of you are just kind of joining now, they have this feature in the game where the models react to the damage they're taking. I was saying this earlier, most games have like set styles of damage where like, oh, if they get hit in the head, they get bloodier and then their head falls off, or like their arm falls off, or their leg falls off, but they don't really react naturally. It's just like, oh, there's 15 different versions of the same model, and depending on the damage, it'll show one of those versions. This game almost uses like a, I don't want to say AI, but it uses a sort of algorithm that'll react to the damage you're giving it. I actually had to stop playing for a second because I was just so flabbergasted at the damage. I was beating a zombie on the top of the head, and like their skull caved in and then their brain came out and it was jiggling as I was attacking them. It's incredibly disturbing. It's not, you know, it's on that border of almost too realistic. So the warning is for that, because it's a pretty violent game. I was really surprised. I didn't expect that. I knew that they had talked about it in all the promos. I didn't expect it to be what it is. So that's why they give it. I don't think it's Unreal Engine 5. It might be. I actually don't know. Now I'm wondering. I actually don't know.
The right pool for a quick dip.
But like
how hot it is.
I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can get it visible on camera. Look. Like if you look. Look, see? And like the brain jiggles, and like there's a chunk missing of the brain because of how I hit her. So like it's pretty, like you can see I was hitting him all over here, so his body's all beat up and rotted away. Like you can see where I was hitting them. So it's pretty bad. Yeah, I didn't get a warning either, but TikTok, when I went live, it said this video is gonna have this warning, or we suggest putting this warning on, which I clicked yes to, but it didn't. It seems like it hasn't changed it, so I'm guessing maybe based on like if you've already accepted it in the past, it'll automatically let you just do it without having to accept it every time. I don't know, because like on mine it didn't show it either. Uh-oh. I'm still not used to the buttons. But there, did you see that right before I pushed F? The zombie's face was the zombie's face. Then I hit it, and all of a sudden it was all bloody, and the skull was open. Like, the game is very... whoa. It's very edgy with how it shows the damage that the characters are taking. It's really uncomfortable. I love it, though. Yeah, we win. I thought Train to Busan was one of the best zombie movies I've watched. Zombie movies can be really tacky, which I'm okay with. I like the tacky zombie movie thing. I'm all right with that. But you know, you never really watch a zombie movie and feel anything. You watch it for like the dumb blood, guts, and gore. But Train to Busan made me feel a bunch of stuff. Like the bad guy, I felt so angry every time he was on screen. The high school girl, my heart broke for her when she was waiting for her friends and she was stuck with those people. Like, they did a really good job at like making you feel things while watching this really dumb zombie movie that everybody's stuck on a train. Oh, it shocked me. I was really impressed with that. And then like the way that they performed the zombies and like the makeup they used, all of that was really done well. Uh-oh. Oh, weapon broke. Give me my weapon. Give me a weapon. Oh, like, that's just so gross. If I hold it. Oh, okay. I like anime, I just don't watch it very often. Mainly because...
Walk it off, Danny. Walk it off.
To watch anime, if it's an anime I've never seen, I want to sit and watch it. And not do anything else while it's on. And I started ADHD meds about a year ago. No, oh god, it's almost been 3 years now. It's been a while. And one of the things that I'm struggling with a lot right now is that I can't just sit and watch movies. I have to be scrolling my phone or whatever. Like last... Ew. This reminds me of... Uh-oh. This reminds me of Resident Evil 8. Or 7. When you're at dinner with the family. Oh, anyways. So I'm struggling a lot with sitting and watching. I'm always on my phone and stuff. That's what happened last night with Train to Busan. I was watching it, and for like the first 25 minutes, I wasn't actually watching it. It was on, and I was listening to it, but I was on my phone. And so I had to like actively put my phone down so I could watch it. Once I did, I fell in line. So with anime, I'm struggling a lot with that. And so I haven't really been watching a lot of anime, but I do really like it. I'm just not very experienced. Like, I haven't seen a bunch of anime. I watched a bunch when I was in high school, but this was before anime was the way it is now. You know, I was in high school in like the year 2001, 2002. And so if you wanted to watch anime, it was the mainstream stuff like Dragon Ball. But if you wanted to watch like anime from Japan that wasn't available on TV, you'd have to find it on like different websites. So like the website I used to go to was called Sputnik 7. It's a totally different site now, but back then they used to have anime on there. And so I watched a bunch of anime on there, but it's stuff that I never hear anybody talk about. Like there was one called Mad Bull, which was about a cop who had a lot of violence issues. The very first episode was him trying to stop like a bank robbery, or somebody was robbing a grocery store, and a guy got his head shut off, and like the scene showed him standing there, and they showed it in slow motion as like 3 shots from a shotgun literally chopped his head into 3 different sections from like how his face got blown off. And in the result, one of the women that was in the parking lot freezes, and she's sitting on the floor freaking out, and the cop is trying to get her to leave, and she won't. This is how like adult this anime was. This wasn't a kid's anime. And like his way to get her to wake up was like touching her no-no spot, which then made her like wake up and slap him in the face. And his whole idea was to like shock her into waking up, and that's what he did. There's another one called Jackknife, which was about a bunch of people surviving underground. There was like really weird ones that I never hear anybody talk about, but I watched. And so even now, when people talk about anime, they usually talk about stuff like X something cross something. I can't remember what it's called. Or Danganronpa, I think is what the other one's called. Like they talk about those ones, and that stuff wasn't really around when I was a kid, so I didn't watch any of those. I think the only anime that I've like fully watched from beginning to end was SAO. I didn't watch the last season of Attack on Titan, but I watched everything else for it. I've watched all of Dragon Ball and all of Dragon Ball Z, but I've never watched Dragon Ball Super. And then there's one called Another, I think is what it's called. It's about like a student in a school and like she gets treated badly and it has to do with like a haunting. That was another really good one. But besides that, I haven't really watched much anime. Perfect Blue, I've heard of that. I've never seen it though. Yeah, Gentry, the Dead Island 1 was... You either really liked it or you really hated it. Like, that's kind of what it seemed like. I liked Dead Island 1 a lot. I thought it was really good. But I definitely... Oh, damn it. Okay, note on the back gate. On the kitchen. Okay. So I liked it, but I'm not naive either. I know the problems that it had.
See what I can find.
It was slow paced physically, like the mechanics were very, very slow. When you use different weapons, they didn't feel different. You know, like if you used a sword, it was still just as slow as using an axe, which was just as slow as using a sledgehammer. Like it didn't feel different when you were using different weapons. There it is.
Got it. 1 point to me.
And it was all fetch quests. So that was kind of ruined it. And they were all clunky. Like I remember the funniest thing that I laughed at with Dead Island 1 was the jumping animation. If you've never played with anybody else, play with a friend and get them to jump. All the characters did was literally just lift their feet. That was their jump animation. They didn't actually like, you know, bend down and spring up. Instead, they just bent their feet. That was the jump animation. So the shoulders stayed in the same spot. So it was very clunky. Graphically, it was okay for the time. You know, it wasn't a horrible looking game, but it wasn't, you know, cutting edge either. It looked a little bit dated. But I liked it. I thought it was fun. I really liked playing with other people. That's what made the game worthwhile. Then Dying Light came out and it wiped the floor with Dead Island when it came to mechanics and storyline and just pretty much everything. But I still wished that Dead Island would have had more Dying Light mechanics, and I think that would have made it a better game. This one feels more arcadey. It feels more video gamey. So it's more fun. Graphically, it is way prettier than Dying Light 1. I haven't played Dying Light 2, but from the footage I've seen, it looks even prettier than Dying Light 2. It still has weird issues with the controls. Not the controls, the weight to the weapons. The weapons feel very...
Who's out there?
Danny, from the crash. You'll remember my face when you see it, darling.
Oh, okay. Come in.
Hurry up, I'm talking. The weapons feel very, very heavy, but when you hit a zombie, the zombie feels very, very light, so the physics feel mismatched. Do you know what I mean? Because like this, look how slow it swings, right? Like it makes it feel like it's such a heavy thing, and it's a shovel. It's not insanely heavy. A sledgehammer I can understand being like that, but then when you hit the zombie, it doesn't feel like you hit and it has like a second of friction when you hit the zombie. It just kind of glides through the zombie and then the zombie flies across the scene. So it feels like it has a bunch of weight, but it doesn't actually connect with anything. And then the zombie looks like it's, you know, a feather. It just flies across the screen. So the physics are kind of off. So far, that's my biggest criticism, outside of it crashing my stream twice.
Just need a nap is all.
But
just a quick little kip.
But outside of that, I'm really liking it.
Get in.
There's crazies everywhere. It's a miracle you didn't get bit. Ew, is that?
Jesus, I'm as sick as a small hospital.
Where's Tom Crudo? Get away from this house! You
Freya, what are you
devil!
doing? Give me the gun!
No! You have been beaten! You will turn, eat as I know. I've seen it now. Get away!
The model faces are way better.
I invited them. Just give me the...
No! I will not have this devil in my house!
Your house. You may have snuck your whole family in the moment I was gone, but this is still my home.
You abandoned me!
Well, I'm back now, and you are still my housekeeper, so give me the... gun.
Fuck's sake. Here. After party's over. Need to crash,
Emma,
like.
we've got a problem. Our friend here has been bitten.
So? What the bloody hell does that mean?
It means they will turn into a beast! We must kill them!
This is not a fucking movie. I'm not killing them.
It's definitely not in my job description.
I'll answer your question in just a second.
Are they turning? Oh, we're gonna be sick.
Shoot them!
Huh. I'm curious about one thing. I just want to watch this and then I'll talk for a second. Okay, they... Good thinking. Didn't kill us, but locked us up. That's a good idea.
Say something.
Unexpected. I've not been shot.
Michael fainted, and the gun went off.
Michael fainted.
Idiot almost hit me.
No need for these. Fever's gone. Feeling fine as a blue sky.
You do seem better. And the bite's healing, too. But you're staying locked up.
But the fever's gone. That proves...
No, it proves nothing, okay? I mean, people are eating each other out there, and no one knows anything about what's going on. And I can't get hold of my agent or my manager.
I don't know if you can see it on TikTok,
I'm a sight more use than an agent right now, darling.
but she has little wrinkles when she shrugs her eyebrows up.
Nice try.
That's impressive.
But trusting people never worked out too well for me.
Emma!
Can I ever get 2 minutes away from him?
They're surrounding the house. They're trying to get in.
Give us the key to the cuffs. I can help.
Shit! Okay, they're toy cuffs. Just press the button.
Fuck's sake. Everything in this city is fake.
That's cool. I don't know if you can see it on TikTok. You might be able to see it on Twitch and stuff, but when she like would lift her eyebrows, she would get a little wrinkle. I know that the new update that they just did for Unreal 5 is now deforming muscles and stuff to make it much more realistic. She has that on her face. That's a really cool detail you don't normally see in games. That's really awesome. As far as your question, Justin, with it feeling very linear in the first one and this one not, I haven't played enough to know whether it does feel or not. It definitely feels closed in. Like we literally landed in a field and the field felt closed in, and then all of a sudden we were outside of their house. And again, it felt closed in. It didn't feel open, but it looks like we're just starting to get into like the part of the game that's more of the world. That being said, every review that I've seen has mentioned that it's broken down into levels now. It's no longer one unique flowing world. It is now level by level, but that each level is very big and feels open. So it's almost like they got rid of it being open world but linear to much more confined but less linear, if that makes sense. That's what it seems like the reviews are saying, so who knows. Pushy Tan, hello. Oh. I'm assuming that's a bot. I don't have access to like block them for now, so I'm just gonna let that bot stay. Yeah, Justin, so that's what I've been hearing. Like I said, I don't know how accurate that is. My guess is it's pretty accurate because I heard it from some reviewers that I tend to respect quite a bit. But I've tried not to watch too many. You'll learn your favorite way to splatter zombies. Okay, let me play. I didn't read any of that and I probably should have. But I try not to watch too much because I wanted to go in and have my own perspective on the game. I only watched the first little bit because I wasn't sure if I was going to get a key. Once my contact at Deep Silver let me know that I'm getting a key, then I stopped watching anything because I wanted to be completely blind with my playthrough Tomb of the Tiger Queen. That looks cool. Sometimes these games have ads for like movies or music and stuff that like just seems so much cooler than what we get in the real world. Rise of the God Spider. I love these tacky like horror movies from like the 50s and 60s that they used to have. Okay. But so far, graphically, very impressive. I do think it's a very pretty game. Like I said, mechanics are a little bit hit and miss. But it's almost come to be expected with the Dead Island games.
They're getting closer.
What do we do?
That's my cue to get on stage.
Are you sure?
Take the gun.
If they get past me, you'll need it.
Oh my God! Help me! Let me in!
So, the Wolvern, I will agree to disagree. It's open world in the sense of like you've got a map that you can kind of go wherever you want. But like when you're at the beginning of Benoit, you've got the beach houses, and the hotel. And any side mission you get is literally just a fetch quest. Go get this and bring it back to me. That's all it is. So that doesn't really make it non-linear. As far as quests go, it's incredibly linear. It's do these people's missions and then go to the next area. And then you get to the church in the city, and that's incredibly closed in and linear. It's not open world at all. So it's open world in the sense of like the map is open, but it's not open world in the sense of like you could spend all day doing a bunch of other stuff and ignore the game completely. Because it's literally just fetch quest after fetch quest. So it's not really that open of an open world game. Dying Light was far more open world, and even that was still mostly fetch quests. So I would agree to disagree on that. Because linearity doesn't necessarily mean that you're like in a corridor. Linearity means like you just do the things that they ask you to do to progress the story forward, but there's not really any options to like do other stuff. The only time they give you any kind of like freedom is when it's like help the people around Benoit. And then you'd have to do like 8 fetch quests, and now all of a sudden you can go on to the next part of the story. So like there's not a lot of open worldness in the original game. Do you know what I mean? I haven't actually played Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't played that. Yeah, exactly what Justin said, that there's very much like a direct route to where you need to go. There's not really, you can't really just explore, right? Like there's like the map is open, sure. You can get, if you want to get to the lighthouse here, you can take the road or you can go through the cabana houses and like, yeah, there's those options, but going through the cabana houses aren't really going to give you anything special versus taking the road. It's not like other games where like you can just wander around, like let's say Breath of the Wild, you could just wander around and all, like I found the Lost Woods or whatever it's called in Breath of the Wild. I found that just by literally exploring the world. I wasn't even at the point where I was supposed to find the Lost Woods. And then I got to the point where they're like, oh, you should go to the Lost Woods or whatever. But I found it just by like wandering around. There's not really that kind of openness in Dead Island 1. Like I said, it's an open map, but there's nothing worth seeing. So it's almost like Ocarina of Time's open map. It's like, yeah, there's an open world, but like it's a big empty field. So it was kind of the same here, where it's like, yeah, there's an open world, but like there's nothing there except for maybe some health drinks. So an open map does not make an open world game, and an open map doesn't make it non-linear. It's very, very linear, the first one. It's like I was saying with this one apparently is much more open with things to explore, but it's definitely much more closed in because it's level by level. So that's what I've heard. I don't know for sure about this game. I can't really speak about it, but with Dead Island 1, I spent hundreds of hours playing that game. Yeats, I don't know if you're responding to, like, are you saying Ghost of Tsushima is a good game? I've heard that. I've heard it's, some people even say it's better than Elden Ring. I know some people really feel that it's better than Elden Ring. I haven't played it. I don't own it. Not because I think it's a bad game, only because I didn't have the money to buy it. I do want it though. Money is tight right now and there's no way I can buy it at this time. But I do want to play it. I definitely want to play it. Why can't I, where are my weapons? There we go. Huh. Oh, the sword is probably broken. That's why. Okay. Is it on Game Pass? I canceled my Game Pass recently. Oh, kick. Ooh. Drop kick. Press E while in the air to perform a forceful jump kick. Nice. So I canceled my Game Pass only because money's been really tight. I wasn't streaming very much when I canceled it. You know, I stopped streaming for over a year. So, oh, his jaw's falling off. That's so gross. And so I canceled my Game Pass, and I've been paying for the Nintendo Online for my daughter. And so for me, it was, I couldn't justify continuing to pay Game Pass when I was the only one using it specifically for Minecraft and nothing else. Because I don't really pay online or anything, and there was nothing that I really wanted.
Can't have more party crashers getting in.
And with her having her online thing, I can play Minecraft with her. So I decided to keep
Of course.
the online pass for Nintendo and get rid of Game Pass. Once I have more time to
Fancy place like this must have spares.
to stream longer, I'll probably pay for Game Pass, and then I'll definitely get it there. Because I do want to play Ghost of Tsushima so bad. Oh, Ghostwire Tokyo is what you were thinking. Okay. How is that one? I know people were excited for that game, but I didn't hear much about it once it came out.
Fancy place like this must have spares.
Chadley, what did you delete? And are you talking about this one that's pushing a little bit of the Uncanny Valley, or Ghost of Tsushima? This one, the violence is pushing the Uncanny Valley. I was saying that earlier. Oh, the bot. Okay, thank you. This game is definitely slightly pushing the Uncanny Valley with the violence. The characters look good. They still have that cartoony look, so they're not uncanny to me. Like their faces and stuff. But the violence is... It's on that brink where it's just about to be so realistic that it's almost unacceptable. Do you know what I mean? I had this conversation a few weeks ago where, like, violence in video games to me has never been a big deal, mainly because it looks just fake enough that it's like, okay, you know, when people die, they don't die that way. This is getting to the point where, like, I've seen a lot of injuries, I've seen a lot of wounds. I grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s when the internet was much less restricted than it is now. So I saw some pretty nasty things on the internet. Oh crap, can I turn this off somehow? Oh, I can just pick it up, okay. So I've seen some things that people probably shouldn't see. This is getting on the border of that. This is getting on the point where, like, I'm starting to feel like it's a little bit too realistic. I think video games are going to get to the point where they're almost going to have to not go for realism and start going more for artistic appeal, because even in movies, when characters die, when there's violence in movies, there's an element of fakeness to them that makes it easier to kind of handle the violence. This is getting to the point where it's a little bit too much. You know, it's kind of what happened with that Human Centipede movie, where, like, it was a little bit too realistic, which is what made it which is what made it harder for people to watch. Do you know what I mean? I'm loving it, Preston. I'm loving it. I just brought that up at the beginning of the stream, Chadley. That one, there's a whole argument online that people were saying that it's not gameplay footage. That they're like, no, the guy's faking it. That it's just recorded footage with a GoPro, and he's added a filter to make it look like a game. It's fake. And then apparently the dev came out and, like, showed himself playing it, and then, like, just shot a whole bunch and did stuff that, like, showed it was a video game and not just recorded footage. You know, to prove. And then he did, like, clipping through walls and stuff to show it's like, no guys, this is a video game. It's not footage. Yeah, that's getting to the point where it's crossing that line. I think something like that can work if you add a lot of magic to it. Like if you're doing like a don't hate me people, but like a Harry Potter style game, or if you're doing something like the Horizon game. If you do something that's very like mystical and surreal, that realism can work because the unrealistic elements of it can almost make us accept it more. But if they're gonna do like a cop game or even like a zombie game where it hits the real world a little bit too much, I feel like it's too realistic, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I would like to yeah, him running it right out of the Unreal Engine. I think I would like to see... You're so angry, lady. I would like to see something more along the lines of like...
Where are the others?
When it comes to advancements...
They're downstairs in the games room hiding.
To see it more just get cleaner looking. Not so much more realistic looking, just make it cleaner. Like, I don't know how it's looking on Twitch, but on my screen, her hair is very shimmery. She has a lot of shimmers in her hair, which instantly makes the hair look fake in my eyes. Or like you have things like reflections can kind of like, I'm getting this weird shimmering in the shadow here through the glass. Like stuff like that to be cleaned up. That's the kind of advancements I would like to see in graphics. I mean, part of me I just want to see as realistic as it can get just to see how interesting it would be, but I don't think it's really going to bring much to the table. I would just like to see the graphics that we currently have get cleaned up. I think that's more where they should concentrate. I'm liking it though, Merle. And Preston, I'm definitely liking the game. We're literally at the beginning. It crashed the stream a couple of times, so it was a really slow start, but I'm liking it so far. It's Justin, are we talking like which game was like the super realistic cam footage one? It's called... Chadley just named it. I can't remember what it's called. Unrecord. If you look up Unrecord, like on TikTok and stuff, it's just gameplay footage of like a cop walking around. It looks almost like a paintball arena. And it's a developer's working on this game where it's supposed to be like the life of a cop through like body cam footage. Is kind of the theme he's going for. I don't know if he's going to release it as a real game. I haven't really looked into it. I've just seen the footage. But it looks so realistic that people are genuinely fighting to say that it's not real footage, and then he had to come out and show that it's actual gameplay footage. It's not just a camera recording with a filter on it. Liam, what is a bad take? And saying it's a bad take, you have all the right to say that, but like refute it. Because like I can say you saying it's a bad take is a bad take, and then just not say anything. What's a bad take? Tell me more. Tell me what I said it was a bad take. That's a bad take, and why. Because I'm always open to hear other opinions. Because obviously, like I think Call of Duty is a BS garbage franchise, but I know that's a bad take because it's successful for a reason. But yeah, Preston, if you're still listening, the game, the models look phenomenal. Like if you look at these guys' faces, it's
just, you know, casual, non-dead things.
It's done really well. The faces are far away from uncanny that they still look cartoony, but they're realistic in like a very artistic way. I love it. The violence in this game is uncomfortably realistic. To the point of like it's right on that border of like it's almost too realistic. Do you know what I mean?
He's dead. No.
But I'm getting this weird stuff like her hair. I don't know if it's showing. Yeah, it's showing. You can see the shape of her model underneath and then the hair placed on top and it's shimmering. That's really weird.
That was so dangerous.
Can I fix it? I don't know. I won't do it right now. I've only got like 15 minutes left. But it's definitely a fun game. The scenery is very realistic. I do like that. Like the house feels authentic. which is really interesting. Yeah, actually, did I change it back up? I think I changed it back up. Did I change it back up? I think it might be the anti-aliasing that's causing the issue more than anything. I think it might be the anti-aliasing that might be causing some of the issues. Is my guess. I just don't want to push it because I know that can be somewhat heavy on the system. And right now it's running okay. That's my guess anyway. When I go to do the review footage, I'm gonna like max everything out.
For now.
Thank you for going out there. God, this is beyond insane. I mean, I don't know how
hair
to do
is
this.
definitely an issue with
I'm not
almost every
supposed
game.
to die here.
At least you'll die with me, Emma.
Oh, fantastic.
No, what I mean to say is you're not dying. Not with me around. Now, since the health of our possibly undead friend
Not
here is...
undead.
We can't verify that, okay? Since your health is in question, we need a lead, person here. A lead protector. And Emma, I will be your protector.
Is that the person that fainted, right? I'll protect you. I swear, just don't show me any blood, violence, or a gunshot.
You got no shot on this 8-ball. Who's the cue?
It's broken anyway.
Wait a minute.
Don't touch her!
Sam?
You hear that 8-ball line? I saw the cue and nailed it.
Hold on. This just clicked. No, not her though. I don't think it's her because I'm trying to think of the characters. No, in Dead Island 1, it was an Asian girl, an African-American girl, an African-American guy, and a white guy. Those were the characters, right? Was there another woman in the game? Because Sam B, I'm like 99.9% positive that is the guy from the first game. That's the guy that used to sing, "Who do you voodoo, bitch?" I think that's that guy, the rapper. I want to say that that's him. He was like the muscle guy. He was the strength character in the first game who invited Blade.
I get it. I couldn't exactly.
I feel like she's in the first game, but I swear the girl...
Or call any time in the past 15 years.
Or maybe
since you
she's
popped out of the
in
store.
Dead Island Riptide. Maybe she's in Riptide. But he's in Dead Island 1.
Please, Emma
100%.
is a huge star. Her fans are probably crowdfunding for her rescue right now.
Guess again. City's locked tight. Being famous don't count for shit. Lucky for you, I've been through this before.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
I
No one's
knew
been
it.
through this before.
Guess again. This zombie shit happened twice already. All got covered up. But I survived. You wanna know how?
I'm immune. Yeah, it is him.
So are they.
What's that now?
This motherfucker?
This motherfucker. So, you're not special, and we're doing fine, thanks.
I'm immune.
You still need me. I killed more zombies than you got shoes.
So what exactly is your plan for getting us out of here?
I'm still working out the details.
We don't need him.
And you know you do.
I'm immune!
Fine, you can stay. Everyone else has moved in, so why not you? I'll show you where you're sleeping. This way.
That is
What does he
him.
mean being famous doesn't count for shit? How ridiculous!
So they revamped his model quite a bit, but kept it just enough that it's recognizable. That's cool.
I had a chat with our zombie expert.
So it's interesting that... Oh, what's this? Ew. Up your defensive game. Well-timed block or dodge. Regains health. Okay, cool. Hold on. What's the other one? A med kit triggers a forceful explosion that drains stability of nearby zombies. Oh, what's this one do? Slay zombie for a minor boost to damage. Okay. This one is defense skill card with the direction evade incoming attacks. Well-timed dodge regains your stamina and stun zombies. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay. Okay, so I'm noticing something in the language they're using, but I don't know. I'm gonna try a different character when I do my review stuff, so I won't know the answer unless somebody else knows it in chat. But they keep saying they, every time they reference your character. So it's one of two things. They're using the easiest pronoun to just address whatever character you choose. If they just say they, it's got no gender assigned, so it doesn't matter what character you've chosen because they suits everything. Or they've given gender pronouns to specific characters, and this character is a they, them. I wonder what they did. Because if it's the latter, my concern is going to be that we're going to get a lot of the woke agenda BS when it comes to this game. But it is up to date, modern, which is really cool to see. If it's they them because they just didn't want to change the speeches for depending on what character you used, that's kind of disappointing and it feels kind of lazy. Yeah, so it's interesting. I've been playing the whole time, Kevin.
Don't worry, all the doors are locked. Nothing's getting in.
Thank you for the dinosaur. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for the dinosaur. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm gonna see once I choose a different character when I do my review.
My dog slept on it before Robert shot him. I'm sure you'll be
Talk to me. How do I?
Damn, girl.
I'm right here. Talk to me. There we
Do
go.
you think that if we're immune, we should tell someone?
Sure, if you want to get dissected.
Hey, come now. We'll be VIPs.
RIPs. Emma's got 6 months of food in the basement. We can wait it out here.
What? Your plan is to just sit in your arse for 6 months? Nah. You do you, but I'm getting out of this city.
You're immune. You ain't bite-proof.
Neither are they. They're not the only ones who can fight dirty.
You don't know shit. Out there, you gotta be a mechanic, medic, Jackie fucking Chan rolled into one.
Or I could do even better. Yours truly.
All right, it's your ass. Hey, if you're going out there, you're gonna need some special sauce. Grab that machete.
Ooh, we can start fixing stuff.
Hey, this is how you give it some spice. You'll need parts, though. Take some of this shit lying around here.
You really walked into a zombie outbreak to save Emma?
Never have left her. It was just...
I was young. I like the attitude of these characters. They have real character. They're not just
Let's get
generic characters. They're kind of funny. They're over the top, but I do think it's funny. Okay, use the workbench to repair your weapons. Customize them. Only uncommon, rare, superior weapons can be customized. Okay. Ooh, I can add a shock upgrade. Nice. Okay, we got a shock weapon. Parts collector. Cool. Can I like, how do I... Why is this line here? I don't understand that.
3 gases who will be cleaning the guts of the drive.
Nice. You hit a zombie with that, the motherfucker's gonna stay hid.
Consider me schooled.
Okay, that's... The inventory is kind of weird.
Take some of this meat as bait. It's just meat, but the zombies go for it. Saved my life getting here. I got some meds you can have too. Just maybe next time, you give me something in return, huh?
Sounds a little dirty, Carlos. Take me to dinner first. Preston, they just want 5 hours total. So this stream is only about 3 hours, which I have to stop in about 10 minutes. And then next stream, I'll do it again. I'm probably going to play it next stream immediately because they want just 5 hours stream total. So I'm going to stream it again probably on Tuesday. If I don't have a chance on the weekend, I'm supposed to be taking Nora to see the Mario movie this weekend, hopefully. So I probably we'll stream it on Tuesday because this week is insanely busy. Maybe I'll do it Monday. I don't know. But I just have to stream 5 hours total. So I'm going to stream it again in a little bit. The first taste is free. Just the first nibble. Just the first one. Okay. What do I... Oh, I can trade with them. Okay, okay. Oh, they sell... Okay. Get some meat bait from Carlos. I guess I gotta just... Oh, I have to actually trade it to get it. I thought I could just get it.
Will do. Thanks.
Let Emma know you're heading out to find authorities. Okay. Emma,
Time to
where
get
are
Emma
you?
in on the plan.
Emma, up there. They're gonna go on Tuesday to see the Mario movie. I'm really excited. You know, we wanted to go last weekend, but I didn't get paid in time, so I couldn't afford it. And then we were gonna go during the week. We were gonna actually keep Nora home from school, but she had a bit of a rough week at school. So we kind of made a deal that if she had a good week the rest of the week, then we would go.
Happen, will you?
Me? Look, isn't it time to get the authorities involved, like?
Sam doesn't trust them.
Sam doesn't have friends.
Okay, now can you see the little tiny wrinkles on her forehead? I don't know if you can.
We all want to leave. You wouldn't believe what we had to pay to get on that plane.
And the eyes don't have that dead,
You can't just jump in a
like,
car
mannequin
and
look
go.
like they used
The
to in
roads
older
are all
games.
blocked. I saw videos of cars getting swarmed. You might as well put wheels on a coffin.
No cars, right?
There's millions of those things out there, just waiting to sink their teeth into us. Face it, we'd need a helicopter to get out, and everyone who has one is already fucked off in it.
Then we'll fuck off elseways, in style. Look here. Where's the nearest evacuation center?
We were supposed to report to the Helper Inn Hotel, if Robert hadn't made other arrangements.
And left you heartbroken, I see.
Our marriage was just PR, okay?
Okay. Lifestyles of the rich and the famous. Right. Well, that's me off to see who's still at the Helper Inn Hotel.
Hey. Don't forget your friends, if you do find a way out.
That's cool. There's a really nice level of realism to the characters' faces. She had pores like that. Those little details are so cool to see in a game like this. You know, you can find those a lot in games that are AAA first party, where they have an insanely high incentive to have that. Third party games, because they have to be multi-plat, tend to be a little bit rougher around the edges. But their skin is really good in this game. I'm very impressed by the character models. I didn't expect that.
Hey, Mikey. I'm gonna head over to the Halpern Hotel. See if the army's still there.
Yes, good. Good, exactly what I was going to tell you to do. All part of my survival plan. Oh, you'll need keys to get out. Here. Just tell them Emma Jaunt and her staff need to be evacuated immediately. Okay?
On it, Sarge.
Tell the authorities you're immune, oh god. Yeah, I get it. Alexa works. I don't have Alexa.
This all would be more fun with more hands on deck.
Ah, this is how you... Okay, so it takes a little while to get co-op going. Okay, so that took a while for co-op to be unlocked.
Evac center this way. Halpern Hotel. Get my suite ready.
Okay, so far, I'm really liking that the zombies are doing random stuff when you come out across them. Like earlier, there was a few eating a dead body. This one is just eating from the trash. I think that's really cool. I don't have Alexa, so I can't be like, hey, Alexa, call the zombie or whatever it is they want me to do. Oh. Like the morbid early 2000s version of me, because I was exposed and... Whoa! Because I was exposed to things that I probably should never have been exposed to. That morbid side of me finds it very intriguing that there's so much nasty graphics, but at the same time, the non-gamer side of me thinks that it's so gross. There's a really high variety of zombies too. No! Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button, that's why. Look, he actually burned. Wow, that's a really cool tiny detail. He burned. Their skin burns. Her head came off and it's actually off. It's not just like her model changed. Like there's actually a head on the ground. Okay, this is giving me a lot to talk about. Oh, I wish I had the Alexa thing right now. I'd be like, hey Alexa, send the zombies here. Oh, bait. I have bait. Here, zombie, 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 zombie. So this is the map right now. Just for your I can't see the rest of your name. So my understanding is the game has been split up into levels. So each map is somewhat big, but they're actual levels. It's not just one big open world. So the map is somewhat small, but there are more areas. Like this is the whole thing, this whole map. But I guess once we get here, we're going to be in a different level, and then that'll be its own map. So that's my understanding. I haven't gotten far enough to actually see that. But apparently that's how this game is split up. So each map itself isn't really that impressive. It's the fact that there are so many maps. And from what I've seen with the reviews, the maps tend to be fairly open. Like you can explore quite a few areas in these games, or in these levels, but I don't know. Again, I haven't gotten far enough. I'm going to be playing it for a couple of hours today to get more exposure to it. It's gonna be one of those old men that don't like to leave their house. Is that what this is gonna be? Okay, what time it is? I gotta get going. I gotta go pick up Nora. I gotta stop the stream, everybody. I gotta be an adult. I gotta be a parent. I like this game. I'm really liking this game. It's really fun. Graphically, I'm impressed. It is, I agree with Chadley. It's getting to that like uncanny valley part when it comes to the violence. You know, I think certain aspects of gaming we're going to reach a point where they're going to have to be almost pulled back, because like people were upset in the 90s when it came to graphics with like Mortal Kombat and the violence, and then they got really upset with like Conker's Bad Fur Day with like the adult content. But now we're getting to the point where the violence is getting just realistic enough that I can see parents being upset about it, and justifiably so. Not in the sense of like, well, the truth is it's parents' responsibility not to let their kids see this and play it, but at the same time, kids are going to do what they're going to do. Places like Twitch and YouTube allow kids to kind of just watch whatever. It's up to the parents to keep an eye on it, but it's still going to happen. So I feel like eventually we're going to get an uprising of parents freaking out about the violence, and we're like at that brink where it's just getting realistic enough that it might cause some issues. That being said, I'm very impressed with this game so far. I'm excited for it. I will be back. I don't stream until Tuesday. I'm going to try to be back again, maybe Monday to stream. I don't think I'll be able to do anything this weekend. Sunday, definitely no. Saturday kind of depends. I'm taking Nora to the movies, and then kind of just depends on how Saturday goes for me. But I'll definitely be back Tuesday. We're going to play this again because I'm really liking this so far. I want to give it more airtime. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. The characters are really likable. They're not just like one-dimensional, if that makes sense. Like, she's very edgy and smart-assed, but it seems authentic in the way she responds. Now, I don't know if it's going to be too much long-term, like if people are going to get, you know, she's going to grate on your nerves because she never stops. But so far, I'm really liking it. The performances are very well done. Animation-wise, very, very well done. Like, their faces look realistic when they're talking. It's just it's well done so far, so I'm enjoying it. I know that the reviews have been kind of but so far I'm really, really liking it. If you liked Dead Island 1, you're definitely gonna like this one. If you liked Dying Light, there's no parkour in this, but like everything else, I think you'll like this too. I'm liking it. You picked up your LA edition. Nice. Anybody who is going to buy the game, if you haven't bought it yet and you're planning to get it on PC, if you're on TikTok, you're going to have to go to my Twitch or YouTube, but I actually have a link. It's an affiliate link. I don't know if I make money on it, in all honesty. My guess is yes, but they haven't really, like, they didn't let us know, so I don't know for sure. But that being said, I do know that they are keeping track of our numbers and stats, and so if you want to buy the game and you haven't, and you're gonna buy it on PC, and you know, on the Epic Store, I have an affiliate link that you can use, and it'll just help kind of show them that people watching me are interested in what I'm showing, so that would help for sure. Like I said, I don't know if I make money, so I'm not trying to like pretend like I don't. I might. I have no idea. This whole new scheme that they're using of using Lurk It is new to all of us, so we don't fully know what's happening. But yeah, if you're interested in it, definitely take a look. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, we win. I think we're gonna like it. I'm really excited for the Mario movie. Anyways, I gotta get out of here. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. I am really looking forward to playing this. I'm gonna be playing it on my own because I need to make the review. But I'm definitely gonna continue on stream as well because I'm having a lot of fun. Everybody, I'll be back in a couple of days to live stream. If you do follow me on TikTok, but you want to follow me on Twitch or YouTube to watch on a bigger screen, feel free. Same name, Retro for the First Time. If you're on Twitch and YouTube and you don't follow me on TikTok, feel free to follow me there. I do a lot of TikTok stuff. I do shorts a lot, but I stay much more up to date with TikTok than I do with YouTube shorts. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Have yourselves a great weekend. I really appreciate the support. Sorry that the start was kind of rough. The crashing was not intentional, but we figured it out. And I will be live in a few days, and we'll continue with this because I'm really liking this game. I'm really liking it. All right, everybody. So Servant, my stream schedule is usually Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Same hour, but Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Because of this game, they've told us that if we stream for a set amount of time, they can give us another key. I have to double check if it's for a giveaway or it's just for me to test it on a different platform, but I'm trying to reach the hours. They want us to stream it for at least 5 hours, and they want any videos that we make to get at least 1,000 views. So I'm going to be posting videos. I want to stream it again so I can reach the 5 hour mark and hopefully get another key, and maybe I'll be able to do a giveaway if they allow me. But that's kind of what we're doing. So I'm going to be live again on Tuesday, 100% for sure. Potentially I'll be live Monday, so keep an eye out. But Tuesday for sure I'll be live, and we're going to continue with Dead Island whenever I am live again. We are playing Elden Ring, so you know, I will be back with that eventually, but right now I want to give this game some time to kind of meet their minimum requirements, and so I can play it because I'm having a lot of fun. Oh, Guy, do you think you hurt my feelings by saying I'm lying? Big sad. Someone jealous that I'm making content they can't. Sorry, pal. All right, everybody, I got to get out of here. I will see you later. Have yourselves a great day, and have yourselves a good weekend.